Hello folks and welcome to Erannorth Reborn. Today we will be resuming our unlocking journey by playing with an Undine Sandow character. So let's unlock the Undine and you can see that we have a slashing, bludgeoning and water bonus and a fire light penalty as affinities. Accept. So it would be an okay match with the Shadow, but not so much with the Inquisitor, so we'll be playing Inquisitor with Sylph next time. Okay, let's have a look. We also didn't get to reach match mastery with Shadow. It was the unfortunate human Shadow combination that we tried second, and we died somewhere in stage 5. So let's see how we'll do with an Undine Shadow. Let's have a look in our starting deck. So we have piercing and we have synergies, which we can use with water cards, and we can use with piercing cards and a few poison and a few bludgeoning. So intellect, it's pretty nice, so as it is, let's reduce these penalties to 0 and see if agility we don't particularly care about astral, light or dark, so it doesn't need to have all this charisma. This boosts our bludgeoning to 3, but what about... Okay, so I will go with these attributes like so, and we will be playing with Karen the Undine. From starting perks I won't be getting anything. From equipment we have our dagger. Okay, so a +3 and a +3, not that bad. That's empty. Cube, toggle the split view. Okay, so what we have here? Skulk will be our first triplet. Synergy damage and concealment 5%. Next action costs 1 action point more, and it's very useful because we can take advantage of our many sneak attacks. Well, not that many at this point, but backstab the next triplet. If the enemy is vulnerable 3, then they will also bleed. Otherwise, it's a fine sneak attack card. Fight Dirty, our next triplet. Cripple will deal 2 damage and weaken 1, and it will be of the bludgeoning type. It will also inflict vulnerable and deal 2 intense damage, so 3 plus 2, 5 damage on the first level, and it can grow to 8, 3, 11 damage if the enemy is gets the vulnerable. So Fight Dirty will be useful for a while. Okay, Inconspicuous Disguise. It has multicast 2, so a perfect place to add our synergies. Let's add 2 of these. Multicast 2 will drain also 2 concentration, remember that. Splash. Adjust vulnerable +2. So if the enemy is vulnerable, they get 2 more vulnerable. So far we can give vulnerable with fight dirty. Wet. Deal 4 intense damage. So if the enemy has a wet card echoing on them, they will also get 4 intense damage, and we will deal 2 to 4 water damage. And wet creates a copy on draw. It echoes and inflicts vulnerable and weaken. So these cards are very good together. Let's add them. Hide in shadows. It's a reaction. We already have things that gives us concealment, both from the Undine and from the shadow. And draw 2 can be very interesting. Even in its nerfed form, Tranquility is still a good card to keep for a while. And let's add a weak poison too and see how it goes. So hide in shadows we will leave out. We have concealment to work with, and in the multicast form is more efficient. We don't have much poison, just this one card. You know what, let's drop it. Let's add 3 inconspicuous disguises. So with no poison and no hide in shadows. Okay, so we have wet. On draw we create a copy of wet, so we can use it on one enemy. They get vulnerable, they get weaken. Let's synergize our damage and multicast it with inconspicuous disguise. Sneak attack. Fight dirty. Let's give vulnerable, adjust vulnerable. It's okay. Okay, so let's use Skulk and Sneak Attack. I will drop one of these. Inside, draw to hand, use 5 free XP. Let's use wet. Fight 30. Wet, so if the enemy is wet, they will get 4 intense after we adjust the vulnerable, so this will deal a good amount of damage. Into inventory. This will unravel to heal if we don't use it, so let it unravel. Okay, so an Inquisition squad, and previously we have been with or against the Inquisition, and now we are again once more against. So we won't warn them, but instead I must free these prisoners. So we tried the Novice Warlock, it's very nice in a Blitz deck, and the Fortune Teller is overall a good choice for the defensive and the future sight and the foresight. While Vine Wall is also useful for entangling, I will get the Fortune Teller.
Our meeting was no coincidence.
Let's start with Skulk. Sneak attack. Foresight, we discarded Inconspicuous Disguise, and we get to draw a card, so we don't have Grace to use the bonus effect of Scourge. We can still deal 2 to 5 Bludgeoning, or we can get Jinx. Let's get Scourge, still better than nothing. This card can let us draw 2, and we get Strain -2, but at a cost of 4. We can always just attack. Wet Splash. So we didn't get the Fortune Teller, but we can get a Coven Witch to our deck. A very solid card. Let's use Future Sight. So we get Strain -2, the next card we play will cost 2 less. Let's use Wet. And Splash. Conspicuous Disguise. Sneak Attack. We can kill him with Splash, but we can also use our ally. Adjust vulnerable and damage. So as you can see, we don't deal much damage without our sneak attack or without inflicting vulnerable to our enemies. As a shadow, you need to fight dirty if possible. Okay, let's get this bow. We can stash this. And I will switch to the longbow. We will be fighting from afar. So, tripwire, stun 1, retribution 4. Conjure shadows, imbue dark, shadow shift, and deal 3 to 6 damage. And we have discussed before how imbue works. It will make all your cards in hand gain split, so you basically deal half dark and half whatever the card is. And Shadow Shift will give you 4 concealment if you don't have concealment. But if you do have 4 concealment, then it will spend it and deal 4 damage. So 4 dark damage if you have 4 concealment spent. And let's add Conjure Shadows to our deck to see how Shadow Shift works. So of course we will get the treasure map. And the Bladed Gauntlet is pretty nice. Might consider changing my bow. Okay, we have 10 action points, so we regenerate 7. So we will be at the encounter with 7. Let's get this, we might need Hex Ward, and this we might need healing. We also got several farthings and perks points and XP. Okay, that's quite easy. Let's do a Skulk in Conspicuous Disguise. She will heal, but it's okay, better deal with the skeleton because he has higher hit points. 3 damage is something we can do at any time. Unless we keep dealing 2 to the damage. Okay, so as you can see, our damage is the worst, unless we can make it into a sneak attack. Let's first start with them. So that was a good hit. Let's take care of him as well. So Shadow Shift worked as concealment because we didn't have any. And there are some modes where daylight affects concealment. So if you play on a sandbox mode, you will find this concealment effect penalized during daytime. And in this case, Shadow Shift proves a much better choice because it's not affected by daylight. Something to keep in mind. Draw. Let's use Inconspicuous Disguise. Can use Sneak Attack here. And let's play it safe. So the first boss is Lana, we have fought here before. Her non-immunities is Kill, and she takes more bludgeoning damage. Okay, let's use this while they are both alive. We can't inflict vulnerable to either. We don't have the potential for Lana and he's immune to vulnerable. So let's just got a level. We have concealment for sneak attack, and we can also do this. Okay, so take down, synergy, sneak attack, stun, concealment, and deals bludgeoning damage. Let's make space for this amazing card. So maybe we can drop the splash wet combo. Maybe one of the inconspicuous disguises as well. We also got a perk, so what would that be? So we can also join the Sound of Host if we want the organization. We can get athletic, overall a good perk for starting out. Ranged weapons training. Herbalism, occult, alchemy. Many choices. I will get the ranged weapons training for this level, which will give us some more piercing damage. And we can also use corrupt to boost our dark, but we don't have much dark cards in our possession at the moment, so. Skunk, multicast. Synergy, sneak attack, we have concealment. So one thing to know about sneak attack and double is that they stack the multipliers. That was only the sneak attack though. Shadow Spear. Split Dark, deals piercing damage, deals intense damage, Cloak of Shadows, resist physical 3, very nice, heal 5 and Shadow Shift 8. Let's add this to our deck. So all these are immune to sneak attack. This is also resilient to water. And piercing. Okay, so I'll just use this as plain damage cards. Sealed it. Let's bring our Coven Witch. Alchemist Bob Acid. Very useful to have both for adjusting shield and also for the venom part. You spot a merchant caravan getting attacked by bandits. Okay, so we can help the guards, or we can join the bandits, then kill the bandits and rob the merchant myself. I like this option. And bandit, it's a very powerful card to have in your collection, so let's give him a test run. So he has a teamwork, sneak attack and teamwork grid. That's an insane amount of damage right there. Let's use it. Sneak attack 4 and grid 6, and we can use it to deal 150 80 damage to that poor soul. So as you can see, it's because we brought both the sneak attack and the double critical modifier, so that's an insane amount of damage right there. But of course the enemy needs to be weak to sneak attack. Okay, so now we have concealment, and Shadow Shift will deal 4 damage and drop our concealment to 4. Like so. Let's use... we can't benefit now, we need a second ally and its reaction, so let's just play wet and kill him with our bow. So the surviving bandits offer us the allegiance. Don't stand there like idiots, and we can add this guy to our deck. I think he deserves a spot. Briskas Puppet. That this source does. So both double and sneak attack. This is multicasted. Only the first one will be sneak attack, the second can't be sneak attack because you will be expanding your concealment the moment that you use this sneak attack. While this costs 0, but you lose 2 action points after you use the card, so you can use it even when you don't have any. Still, let's get throw daggers to our deck. Continue. Shadow Orb. Let's get the Fossil Talisman. And the Punching Dagger. Notice this one has a triple modifier at 50% chance. These critical modifiers are pretty good to have around, especially if you can fuel them with a nice damage source like a sneak attack or something along those lines. Sweat. Now this card echoes, but that doesn't mean we can't use it on a different enemy too. He will stay weakened, he will stay vulnerable, but he will lose the wet counters. So this one got more because it echoed on here, and we can use takedown. What do we wait here? Let's use inconspicuous disguise. We can use Cloak of Shadows to deal 8 damage. Our concealment will drop to 12. We will also heal and resist physical, so very good damage. And let's consume this concealment for this sneak attack. And if we wanted, we could get more concealment and deal sneak attack again, but of course we can't. He's immune to sneak attack. But that would be the correct or the optimal order of playing things. Throw daggers, we already have one. Let's add a nice arrow to our stash. We no longer have concealment, so let's deal with the heavy hitter. Force him to heal. Okay, so let's see. We can use inconspicuous disguise. And now that we have concealment, conjure shadows. And we can throw the daggers. The first one will be the sneak attack. And the second will be a normal attack. Add to inventory. Add to inventory. I took the bolas because we might need it, but whenever you don't want to use a card, then buy the higher tier one so you can sell it for more profit. I equipped this. I will also equip the fossil talisman. And this bow is pretty good. But so is the punching dagger. I think I will equip the punching dagger as a mainstay weapon and switch to the bow if we need ranged. Okay, so that would be nice. We can't affect here. Let's waylay. We have concealment and we can hopefully one shot here. Oh, that's insane. Okay, enjoy this guy while he still lasts. A nerf is coming right in your way, Mr. Bandit. Okay, let's use concealment. We can't sneak attack any of these guys. let's mark trigger. We can still benefit, no, we can't benefit from anything because teamwork needs the ally to be unexhausted. So it was just a concealment. Maybe stun. Resist it. Now if the enemy is wet, we will deal intense damage, so it's useful either way. He will use his defensive stance and level up. Okay. That's triple is very nice, critical. Each time you get it. He ambush, synergy concealment, sneak attack, deal 4 to 8, while blade in the sleeve expends concealment 5, but it's a very nice cheap alternative if we have concealment to spend. But I don't need more sneak attack at the moment. I think our deck works fine as it is. This is a different matter though, it has a higher multiplier and replicate chance. Backflip. Okay, I will add this to my deck. It's a higher tier card, so let me check something. Blade in the Sleeve is also a higher tier card. Can go up to 5 to 10 piercing, while this 3 to 7. So, bleeding aside, Blade in the Sleeve is a better choice. Has better evolution. Let's go this way. And most cards will leave us with more than 5 concealment, so shouldn't be a problem. Let's try to stun. Non-immunity is immobilized. So we should first be inspecting the battlefield. Let's kill one of these with the Mr. I Need Nerf. Let's put this pair first. So it was double sneak attack because we had a multicasted concealment. Very nice. So this can't be, of course, the same case because it will not it will expand the concealment unless you synergize concealment to it, which be quite interesting. Let's get Waylay. Teamwork. Waylay is insane. Let's get this helmet. I will also equip it. We can add one more of this into our deck. And I will remove Mr. Insane from my deck because he will be nerfed anyway, so no need to ruin our run. Vulnerable, adjust vulnerable, damage, a nice triple, and he's immune. Here we have concealment, so this will actually deal sneak attack with this as a damage source. So you can use Shadow Shift as a damage source for the sneak attack if you have concealment. And then of course all concealment will be debuffed instead of spending just 8. Okay, Devil's Bones. Reinforced. Add this to stars, continue. Should we visit the town? Commodities, sell this, sell. What armor we have? We have this armor. Yeah, I can sell this one. Devil Bones is pretty nice accessory, it's activable, but will give you synergy grid, synergy gluttony, and let you discard 2 and draw 3. I will keep it for now. So we have Rongjiao, very nice. Cat Burglar, Acrobat Thief. Swindle, it's a nice draw card. If the enemy has a vulnerable, you get to draw 2 cards and also adjust their vulnerable. Of course, Cloak of Shadows can be used both as a damage and as a concealment source. But what I want to do is buy one of these and buy one of these, buy one of these. So it's nice to have an assortment of useful consumables, as we can use our backpack to draw them when necessary. Okay, Wetlands Plus can work perfectly fine on Undead because of the intense part. So let's deal damage here. We can try to stun him, so he won't have power or shield. Didn't work, but we can kill him like so. Wait. Let's use Fight Dirty. He's immune to vulnerable, but he is not. Skulk, Backstab. That was a concealment gain, since we didn't have any concealment to spend. Take down. So as you can see, you can deal vast amounts of damage with sneak attack, but if the enemy is immune to it, it shouldn't be your only weapon. Let's use throw daggers. We don't have any concealment. And continue. So let's see what else we can get here. An increase in willpower is useful for getting more action points. And in resilience for getting more hit points. So let's go with resilience, because we have cards that deal bludgeoning damage. We can also get athletic or heightened intellect. To boost our water damage. Let's leave it for now. We'll come back to it. Stars, inventory, deckhand, Morris. So we can use this insane sneak attack 7 times. Deal a good amount of damage and kill Morris. Sneak attack 6 times. And we are on stage 4. I will stop this recording now and see you in a few minutes with the final part. Let's see if our sneak attack will be enough to parade through the entire stage or not. I will be seeing you soon, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video so far.